Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you all something that I actually shared on my Instagram earlier today, but I know not everybody that is on my YouTube channel follows me on Instagram, but I thought it was something that may be super helpful in terms of just finding a way to have more gratitude in the workplace. So last week, one of my friends at work, her name is Stacy. I love her dearly. She actually just started maybe like a month and a half ago, but we just clicked. Like we just clicked, and I went into her office one day, and she had all of this Harry Potter like little collectibles on a bookshelf in her office, and I freaking lost it. And so we kind of bonded on that. And then when I got to work, what's today? Today is Thursday. When I got to work yesterday, she had actually purchased me a Harry Potter tumbler as well as this notebook. And so if you are not a Harry Potter fan, this notebook probably doesn't mean anything to you, but for all of my Harry Potter fans, you know this is like super dope. And so and the crazy thing is I'm also like a journal fanatic. Like I love journals. If I go in the store and I see a journal with a dope cover, like I'm gonna buy it. I just love journals. And I think on another one of my videos, I mentioned how I try to make a habit of getting up in the mornings and doing a gratitude journal before work, which I'm not gonna lie, I had been really slacking with that. I actually think I brought it with me today to work because I wanted to make sure that I did it because I hadn't been doing it last couple weeks. Yes, so this is the journal that I'm currently writing in. As far as like my daily gratitude, it just says wake up and be awesome. But I had a super dope idea while at work today because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to make of this journal. And at first I was just going to save it, and when it was time for me to start a new journal, like a new diary or journal, I was going to use it. But then I came up with the idea of starting to do gratitude based writings every day to end my work day. Excuse me. I feel like every time I do a video I have to burp. But so the last couple of weeks at work have been super stressful, and I typically try to, like, when I'm faced with a situation that I find to be stressful, I might freak out at first, but then I usually try to say, what is this situation teaching me, or what can I take from this situation? I guess that's like one of my coping mechanisms. Like in situations where I can't necessarily change instantly, I try and find a way to make it more bearable for me in the time being. And so I've kind of restructured my day at work altogether to kind of find a system that works better for me, and to kind of find my own peace in the midst of chaos, because there's a lot going on at work right now and it's just chaotic, and I don't function well in chaos. Like, I like to live a peaceful life, and that's just a whole nother story. And honestly, the details of everything that's not what's really important, but the point that I'm trying to make is just finding peace within chaos, right? So I got the idea of every day at the end of the day going forward, I am going to take time to reflect on my work day. Whether I'm actually in the office, or whether I'm working virtually, I'm going to use this notebook to reflect about my work day. And so, like yesterday, I wrote 5 things that I was grateful for in terms of my work day, and they were: I was extremely productive, I was able to work uninterrupted, which in a clinic setting like that is such a blessing, because I was behind on my documentation, and so I really needed yesterday. And just to backtrack a little bit, to just show how much our words and giving gratitude, how much that kind of frames like everything. When I woke up yesterday, I was super intentional about taking time to say my prayers, and then just setting my intentions for the day. And what I mean by that is, like, I said stuff like, today is going to be a great day, I'm going to be so productive today, I love my job, I love what I do. Like, just kind of letting myself know what it was going to be. And it was just that. And I did the same thing today, and I had another good day at work. So, not to go off on a tangent, but a part of what I need to change as well is my approach, and being more mindful about making sure that I am setting my intentions, and that I'm doing the things that I need to do so that I can show up as the best version of myself. And the best version of myself is the version of myself that is intentional, the version of myself that understands the power that I hold in making sure that I have a good day at work, okay? And so the third thing that I was grateful for was the fact that no supervisors were in the building. And, you know, none of my supervisors micromanage or anything like that, but it was just a relief not to even have a supervisor in the building yesterday. I said that I was thankful that it was a quiet day at work and that I was able to provide support to a coworker who had like a crazy day at work yesterday. And, you know, just being able to pour into him and to help him realize that it was a situation where somebody was just trying to get him off his square, and that you got to be one step ahead of the game and not, you know, just not let people mess with you like that. And then today I wrote that I was grateful that I learned, so I am in the field of substance abuse, and today I learned about a new metabolite of the drug heroin. So I was reading a drug screen, and there was a chemical that came up, or I don't know if I'm using the right term. Like, it was a metabolite of the drug heroin, and I didn't know that until today, because I wasn't used to seeing it's like this crazy long word. My office mate was out of the office most of the day today, which was helpful because, you know, I got my work done. So they have required us to start doing a daily service log, and that's just where we kind of make note of where we're spending our time throughout the day, because they're trying to help us be more structured in our day, because we do a lot of tasks throughout the day, and they want to kind of see like where we are spending the majority of our time. And I don't like to be micromanaged, and to me that was a subtle form of micromanagement. So at first I was like, you know, I'm not trying to do this. Like, I was being kind of in my nature, you know, sometimes I'm a bit of a rebel, and I found myself like not trying to do the log. But then, you know, with my new attitude and all, I was like, let me just do this damn log. And so I started actually doing it earlier this week, and I'm finding it to be extremely helpful. Like, it helps me stay on task, because of course I don't want to turn my log in at the end of the week and have this big old gap of time where I wasn't doing anything, and then like I have to explain that. And so it's helping me stay on task more, and like just be better at managing my time, which was something that, you know, I thought I was doing a pretty darn good job of, but just now having to be meticulous and like really paying attention to how I'm spending my time has been so helpful. And then I said I'm thankful that I'm able to walk directly to my car after work, and that comes from at my last job, which at first I thought it was kind of neat, but then it just started to become like a headache, because at the end of the day you just want to get in your car and go home, right? Or if you leave something in the car, you want to be able to walk out to your car, get it, go back in the building, boom, done. You know, you don't have to think anything else about it. But at my last job, I worked at a big hospital / university where we had to park in an off-site location, and then we had to take a shuttle up to work. And so when I got off from work at 4:30, I sometimes wouldn't get to my car until 5:15, and you know, I'm just ready to go home at the end of the day. So the fifth thing that I wrote is that I'm thankful that I'm thankful that there are set hours that patients are allowed to walk in the clinic. I can't talk. I'm thankful that there are set hours that patients are allowed in the clinic and no walk-ins. That was also a reference to my last job, where we were driving ourselves crazy by allowing patients just to walk in the clinic anytime they wanted to, and they would sometimes present with pretty difficult issues that, you know, you had to drop everything and deal with. Which structurally, I don't know that was how things should have been, I guess, but in those settings when, you know, a lot of times you have to go through a medical director, and then it's somebody, it was just a lot for us to try and manage at the lower level in terms of like the medical backing that would have been required in order for us to be more strict in terms of what we allowed and didn't allow in that setting. I said I'm thankful for my desk and my office space, and I'm thankful for the clarity I'm receiving regarding policies and procedures. And this is something that I actually did 7 things today. I said that I was going to at least do 5, and I had 7 today. But this is something that I'm going to make a part of my regular practices, my regular daily practices in regards to work. And I actually sent this out to my coworkers as well, and everybody was like, it's such a good idea. And they, some of them said that they were going to do the same thing. And it's important to me because, it's so easy to get caught up in everything that goes wrong or the things that present as challenges throughout the workday. But me myself, sometimes I forget about the small victories during the day, or the aspects of my day that I can be super grateful for. And one of the things that I was thinking about, and I said, I've taken that for granted so many times. Every time that I walk out to my car and I pull off from that lot, like, I should be so grateful, because we hear about the tragedies across the world of, workplace violence, or, so much could happen, especially in the setting that I work in. And it's just little things like that, on the grand scale. When I think about my life, like, I've always given gratitude for God's safety and protection, but on a smaller scale, like, I am going to be more intentional about acknowledging that in every sense of the word. I'm so thankful that I have a job, because, with the pandemic going on, I got a job in the middle of a pandemic. You know what I mean? And there are some people that lost jobs, or, that aren't working in the middle of a pandemic. So how dare I, like, not acknowledge that? I'm thankful for the fact that, I have clients that are willing to hear what I have to say. They're willing to talk to me and to create just a plan to help them be more productive in their environments. I'm thankful that I don't have a supervisor who micromanages me. I'm thankful for the setting in which I work, in terms of, it's more like it's very close-knit, and that, I really like that. I'm thankful for the friends that I've made while at work. It's just so much to be thankful for. And so I'm going to be more intentional about doing that, having gratitude for the things that are going well at work. And I just wanted to share that with you all in case anybody else wanted to take on that practice. So let me know what you all think, and I'll talk to you all soon.